Lately, I've been reading a book, Ask and It Is Given. There's an interesting section that explains that we all come from the same place and we tend towards expansion, specifically about desires, thoughts, desire that leads to us to have different thoughts, that leads to us towards an expansion. Reaching something more. It made me think a lot. I tend to read books not like just to read them. I like to feel them in my bones if they are about topics like this. Not only, but just think about life. At least for me, every time I've been reaching for something more, may it be places, people, all those times were the greatest. Not necessarily during those times, but afterwards. Because even if it was not so pleasant, you reach towards something more. Lately, I've been speaking with a person that I've not seen in such a long time, and I told her years of big changes. Her reaction at first was like, changes are good. I told her, yes. The greatest thing in my life has been got through changes. May them be painful, may them be lightweight. But staying still, even if you do have to stay still sometimes, it's an equilibrium, it's a balance. But by staying still, chances are you get ready for changes. When you have too much of them, when you never stop, it's as dangerous as staying still for all of your life. But I feel like I'm moving towards another topic. This time it's not about stillness, it's about expansion. So think about when you thrive, think about when you don't. Isn't it that when you don't feel a sense of expansion anymore, may it be about life, about knowledge, I think it's exactly in those times that you get sick, because it feels like there's no point anymore. Tricky, isn't it? You don't contribute anymore to the expansion of this huge consciousness that we all are. You don't feel a sense of belonging, you don't feel worthy anymore. And you start to say, I don't like being there. Of course, this all may be a subconscious thing. Because if you're conscious about it, chances are you're thriving. You're just getting ready to thrive and expand. And another interesting thing popped to my mind, because growing up I always liked games where you tend to build up to grow, to accumulate even material things, even if they're not material. And lately there's been a little shift in games. I tend to not play games anymore, video games anymore, but just think about Battle Royale, Fortnite, and Warzone, and those kind of games. They are moved towards survival. The greatest single or the greatest team survives, and the others are gone. And what you get in that game, you don't take it with you. It's also interesting. I mean, they both could be views of life. You don't keep anything of this life, but you expand towards you're here or you survive. Jupiter or Saturn. More or less. Well, it's about how you choose to view it. And I will say that trying to go towards expansion is, of course, more beneficial. At such a cost, because it can be painful. This is the only way. Doing new things and learning. Now it makes me think, of course, about Bruce Lipton, about the fact that if you are in a survival mode, even in a material way, you can't learn, you just survive. You just protect. And if you're in protection mode, you cannot be in expansion mode at the same time. All of your energies, all of yourself will be invested in shielding you, in running, in fighting. Sometimes it may be useful, but you will not move. The wind is rising. Let's say today I wanted to go to a forest. I took a different road that I've never took in a long time. I went forward and I found this beautiful place with rocks around. I went to the usual places. I will not reach to this. And when I go home, when I go to sleep tonight, I will think about, not consciously, but something in me will say, oh yes, I went to a new place. Is it now mine? No. But in a certain sense, yes. I've discovered something that somebody else probably knows. And now a part of me is there. I like this a lot. While if I would have gone to a same place that I know they maybe are already beautiful, I will just go to bed by knowing that I went to the same place. So of course all of this depends a lot on how you're wired. Socially speaking, I have a big Sagittarius placement. I have a mobile tendency. So of course I will be likely in love with exploration and expansion, but let me put another big chunk in it. If I would have gone to the safe place that I already know, would I feel safer while here? I mean, when you're in the wild, it can happen that there is strange sound. You'd be like, but I would feel safer just by the sake of the fact that I know the place. Again, at such a cost. At the cost of not discovering a new place. And when you sum all of it up, maybe towards the end of your life, I'd rather take every day, not every day, but way more than often, the cost of going to a new place and taking all the risks than staying in the same old place for the sake of being safe. But again, there's fixed signs, there's people. Like in a very famous Italian song, sei nato e morto qua. You're born and died here. Again, I'm not a judge. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. But I also have the feeling that staying in a safe place or just moving along for a short period of time just to enjoy the place like a villain, at least not for me. And I'm curious to see where this expansion principle that I would love to keep on enjoying will bring me, where I will be, what will I do, who will I know. I won't stop. I mean, sometimes. But I will embrace what I must embrace. And I hope you all do what you want to do. No matter what. It's worth it, I promise. Because one day or another it will end. Maybe we won't have time to honor that expression principle. I mean, it will end in this form. It will continue in another form. Of course. But it won't be the same thing. So until we are here, in the perfect time and place, always, I'd rather follow love instead of fear. I can't remember who had this dialogue, but yeah. It's all about love and fear, love or fear. And the sun is shining, so I take it as a good sign. And I hope someone will find it useful. And again, as I said about me reading books, I'd rather would love for you to feel this, not to just look and take some of this with the mind. Rather feel it in your bones, like these rocks. Are they hearing me? What would I know? Let's say that I know, without the need of any proof of it. Just the voice, the vibration of my voice are penetrating through them. How good is that? And how true is that? doesn't mean that they have a consciousness to understand me, but my being is still going through them. That was a thought that brought me to an expansion. Never thought about it. Maybe someone already thought about it, maybe someone wrote about it. Maybe it's still available, maybe it got lost. Philip made so many examples that now what I wanted to say is somehow clear. We reach towards something more, or we also reach towards where our presence is needed. It's big circles of running around. There's a big insect. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Oh. He was climbing around. He's still alive, don't worry, he's just pretending he's dead. Let's put it away. I'm curious to see how much time does it take for him to start to move again. He's already moving. He's not thinking too much. We should all learn from him. Maybe not. Well, I think it was enough for today. Can't wait to see the next place where I will film a video. Or the next place where I will live. Or the next place where I will be. A butterfly passed by, I hope it was seen. See you.